Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello. Hello. Closer, further away, closer. Closer, 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 closer. Further away, further away, further away, further away. Can you hear me? I think you can. That's fucking weird. Okay, well, I got that figured out. Great. Anyways, most welcome back to my channel. I don't really care whether or not people like me, and that's something that I've made clear since the very beginning. I'm weird, I'm strange, and I've accepted that, and it brings me great comfort to be able to express myself here on this channel. So if you like my stuff, great. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so it'll ring or at least show up on your phone when you're doing your thing. Let you know that I've posted my videos. Okay? So we've done 2 so far. We're on a roll. We got Aquarius. Original 13 zodiacs here on my channel. I do the original 13 before they switched it over to the 12. Okay? So they dropped a Phi kiss for some odd fucking reason. And I do the original 13. So that'll be different dates. You can always check online what lines up with what for you. But we're going to do Aquarius right here. We're going to get into it. See what's going on. And I'm going to power through these. I'm going to get as many done as I can. Unfortunately, when it comes to recording on my phone, it only records like maybe 30 minutes to 33 minutes, and then it'll cut off, and then it'll start a new video. And it doesn't have to be me hitting the button. It'll just do it automatically. So for now, your readings are only 30 minutes long. And if you want an extended read, if you want to know more, I can get more in depth, and I can actually start prying and getting more answers for you. That'll be personal. You can hit me up on my email and let me know to book a reading. Right now I'm open for, I could do at least 10 for personal reads. And I do 45 minutes for $40. After that, it's an additional $1 per minute because my time is worth something to me. And sometimes they'll go really, really long. Right now I'm just doing them. I've got a few that I put up online here for you guys, all my subscribers. Thank you very much for any donations, whether they be monetary or if it's just energetic. I do appreciate it, okay? All right, what can we get for Aquarius? I typically keep things within the lines of healing, traumas, anything like that. Sometimes it gets into details, sometimes not. I usually don't pry too much or get down to like what you're smelling like. There's certain things that come to me that I just keep to myself because I try not to hate on anybody on the channel here. Doesn't matter if you're karmic or not. We got 7 of coins. All right. So you could be building solid boundaries for yourself when it comes to other people that you deal with on a regular basis. This could be you just focusing on the task at hand. You just focusing on whatever projects that you're working on right now. For some reason, I'm getting Celtic ties through this one. And this could have to do with bloodlines or something like that. Maybe there's certain things that you're allowed to see, or there's certain things, because he's cloaked in purple. There's certain, he or she is allowed to see that other people are not. You could be really good at holding your own vibrational frequency, or really good at just holding your Akashic records. Some people are really good at tapping into other people's energy, and what they'll do is they'll get like downloads from their Akashic records. Now, if they're allowed to do so, that's great. If they're doing this for a not so good reason, then that's an invasion of privacy, and that's also not okay when it comes to certain spiritual laws. Okay, when you have a gift, you must not abuse the gift. You can't use it against other people, and judgment's one of them. So if you have the gift of judgment, you're allowed to call judgment because you've suffered quite a bit and you've kept your hands pretty clean this time around. then okay, you can call judgment on certain things. If you're attacking people's characters, or if you're doing things and prying into their personal life, and you're not respecting the whole process here, that everybody's learning at different paces on different levels, and some are awake and aware and some are not at all. It doesn't mean that everybody is held accountable, because some people that are not awake and aware to it just yet may have to go through a process of learning. And if we're judging them solely based off of that, that could be really negative karma on your end too, right? So you got to be cautious about that. And I'm not here to like pick at the other tarot readers, but I think everybody's got their own personality, and when it comes to reading certain things, some people get carried away and they have no problem calling people out on their shortcomings or anything like that. But we got to remember, we're here to learn together. We're here to grow together. We need that room for growth. And so in order to do that, we need the understanding. We need the clarity to get the closure so that we can heal and move forward. Okay. Let's see. What else we got here for the 7 of Coins? What are you working on, Aquarius? Are you building something? Could be doing home renovations. Could be working on your way of approaching people. We got the Knight of Swords. Okay. The way you speak to people. You could be approaching on how you handle your situations. Maybe in the past you were emotionally triggered, and this time around you want to be a little bit more calm and collected. You're finding your purpose. So maybe it's a niche or somewhere where you fit in. Maybe this has to do with work or just your life in general, your purpose to begin with. His cloak is like all red, so that's the root chakra. Reason for being. This could also have to do with family ties as well. There could be something to do with a long lineage of something. Like I said, when it comes to you being able to have certain knowledge or information that you're allowed, he's got this border wall built up here. Okay, so there's certain things that you could see that other people may not be able to see. You can get past life oracle card. What can you see? If I have permission to do so, by all means, let it show. Egyptian ties. Oh, that's cool. All right, a lot of us have ties to Egypt. If you find that during your awakening, when you started to tap into certain things, even before you even fully understood, and you were just obsessed with hieroglyphs, or maybe you're obsessed with the culture or the music, or you're just obsessed with learning everything about it, and there's so many things they're finding out that I think they knew previously. It's just they're starting to divulge the information now, pretending like it's new claimed, right? But they probably dug down there a long time ago. They've been digging for a while. Okay, and they're finding beautiful like water and the tunnels and the chambers and everything that they're finding down there. And I just watched a movie recently, highly recommend it. What was it called? Oh god, I got distractions in the background here, it's really loud. Let's start with an F. It's 2023, I think. Hold on a second, let me look it up. Where is it? Just give me a second. Oh my god, like I know, I just watched it too. And I can't even think of the name, the title of the movie. Anyway, so I mentioned one of the videos earlier. I had the name of the title, but had to do with the vibrational frequency and him tapping on pan drums, and he memorized, because he's like a savant. This child memorized the chord, like the pattern in the music, and he memorized each of the notes, and he started playing it, and then his mom hit the gong part on the bell, and it created this huge thing. It's like wah, and the vibration elevated the middle thing so that they could move it just with her hand. She just touched it out of the way so they could get down to the Fountain of Youth. That's it. Anyway, so really cool movie. You may be very like obsessed with, I want to say obsessed with the Egyptian ties. So your bloodline could go all the way back to that. If you want to do one of those things where you find out your DNA and everything like that, by all means do so. The more you learn, the better. But this is past life oracle card, right? So it gives me a little bit of insight. What else we got? Trust and faith. So listen to your intuition. Definitely trust yourself, okay? Have a little bit of faith of whatever situation you're working on. And every time I see this trust and faith card, this angel's got a grasped hand, but there's nothing yet in it. So it's to be determined. It's like a decision to be made, right? What are you going to hold? Whether that be the truth or maybe that's your gifts. You are building something. I want a little bit more. Find out what you're building. What are you building? Maybe you excavate, or maybe you're somebody that digs up a lot of information. Maybe you just have a lot of Akashic knowledge, so you're doing your own research. You're moving forward, whatever this is. What else can we get here? And we got the King of Swords, too. So we've got the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Now, this can either be like a level up from mentality or just an emotional state of being. So you're going from one state, which is a little bit younger, to this higher state. You're in a king state now, masculine and feminine. Or this could be blood-related ties. You could be related to somebody that you haven't met yet, or somebody that you want to get to know. Maybe you just found out some information and you're tied to this person. Whoever this is two individual people, or this is just you yourself leveling up. You've changed as a human being. Okay, so it means you emotionally matured. Notice how he's got it raised up, right? Gung-ho, ready to go, like most teenagers or 20s do. They speak without really thinking sometimes. And then this one, he's calm. He's got his hand on his hip and his sword is down. He doesn't need to raise it unless need be. What else can we get here for Egypt? Clear ties. What does that mean? Clear ties. Can I get a little bit more for the Egypt? Prosecute. All right. So cutting or prosecuting. To persist in, to carry on, to pursuit at law. So maybe you're digging deeper than you thought it would go, or maybe this has to do with like an adoptee. If you're battling anybody when it comes to pentacles, you do have the 7 of coins here. Okay, so if you're battling for maybe generational wealth or some sort, or if you're just in competition with somebody, if this is not yourself, then you could be working and building a case for yourself, whatever this is. Okay. Can we get a little bit more on the Knight and King of Swords? Who are these two? You share gifts with certain people. So if this is not the state of you elevating from one consciousness to another, then this is somebody that is related to you, like a blood tie. This is somebody that has the same gifts that you do. Okay. You got the 3 of coins. For me, this is usually gifts, talents, abilities, your keys. Notice how he's holding the keys there. There could be another person involved too. This could be you and a cousin. This could be you and a brother. This could be like a long lost relative too. What else can we get here? What can we get for Aquarius? Remember to take time to appreciate all that you have survived and how far you have come. You have helped yourself when acknowledging you. So after all the effort that you make, after all the time working on whatever it is that you're building, make sure to take time to appreciate what you've worked hard for, okay? And then we have your inner child says, hey, I love you and I miss you and all the fun we have, smile. So getting in touch with your inner child is really important. When it comes to the Akashic Records, you have to have some sort of tie to source. So that would mean your inner child too, because they're usually closest to source. And if you want to dive deeper into whatever this is, if you're getting more information, then you need to be able to activate that part of you. So your solar plexus, which is I do. So going out, having fun, making sure you're lighthearted, making sure you're kind of like exploring situations is really going to help you. Because there'll be certain moments, it's like an aha moment, when you're just having fun, or you're exploring, or you're looking around, or you're viewing things from a state of not... is viewing things from a state in which you don't already assume you know everything about. So it's like open-minded, open heart. It's like when you are, let's say, really good at playing an instrument and you go into a class, you're going into the class to learn, so you have to be open-minded that they're going to teach you new stuff. And then when you're in that state, you can learn so much more. If you go in ignorant and assuming that you know everything right off the bat, then that's going to block you from accessing anything that's going to come, especially when you raise to a higher vibrational state. If you've already achieved this mentality shift, if you've already emotionally matured, then this is not for you. Take it as it resonates, okay? What else can we get for 3 of Coins? Gifts, Egypt. 3 cards come out. Holy, and all 3 are in a reverse. So we've got the 2 of Cups in reverse. All right, this could be a failed relationship or a failed past lover. And then you got the Devil in reverse, meaning conquering of certain negative traits or negative beliefs, even habits. And then you've got Judgment in the reverse. So maybe being less judgmental on yourself when it comes to approaching certain things. You are working hard. The first thing that came out was the 7 of Coins. Whatever this is, you're focused and determined. I don't think you're going to let anything get in the way. You may not be calling out judgment on certain situations that you're seeing because you're just keeping your head down, minding your own fucking business. You could be seeing another relationship not doing well, or this could be like parental figures. But there's no ties here. What's the Devil in reverse? The Devil in reverse. Aquarius. What's the Devil in reverse? Whatever this is, you're aware of it, Aquarius. You know full well what that is because the Moon's in the reverse. So something that's already come to light. Maybe you've acknowledged certain things. This very well could be your emotional state of being. This could be your mind frame, how you look at things. And with that emotional maturity comes a lot of extra gifts. A lot of patience, a lot of time. You could have went through a tower moment where you're no longer with a specific person. Or you went through, you could be a child that's been through a broken home, like a divorce, a separation, or something like that. Okay. Let's see, what can I do here? I got 15% on my phone. I'll just keep reading to see what comes out. What else can we get here? Overload. Okay, so sensitivity to load too much or to overburden. You could have been carrying quite a bit already. Right off the bat, what are you carrying too much of? If you've got any vices, you beat that. So what are you carrying too much of right now? Hopes for the future. Yeah, someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. This could be this past partner. Could get you a little bit in your head. And then you've got paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. Maybe you really enjoyed this person's company. I'll get a little bit more on the Two of Cups in just a minute. When it comes to expansion, joy, and playfulness, when it comes to your inner child says hello. Okay, part of that is your expansion, being more in tune and tapped into that. Can we get the Two of Cups in reverse? What's the Two of Cups in reverse? Is this past energy? You could still be thinking about this, or maybe this is new. If you're single right now, then this is somebody else's relationship that you've watched fail. Okay, Six of Swords. You may have wanted to take off and leave with this person, but it didn't happen. You didn't go with them. They may have got like a business offer or something. They had to leave state or leave the country or leave the province, whatever it is, wherever you're located, and you wanted to go with them, but you didn't. You could be working on a means to reconnect with this person or get back with them. They could be calling you overseas. Six of Swords is usually wanting to leave certain things behind, especially any kind of issues, problems. I think you are at peace with it. It doesn't feel like a turmoil kind of energy. This feels more like acceptance. Like, I understand what happened in the past. Maybe we can move forward with it. That's a Six of Swords energy. A little bit more. Yeah, you in hermit mode. Kind of doing your own thing. You're really focused. This is a focused energy. You're like, I want to know more about this focused energy. What boundary have you not set for yourself? So maybe you're learning what boundaries you need to set. Taking time on your own, going within, doing the hermit mode has allowed you to reflect on this. It's allowed you to kind of step up a little bit. It's allowed you to more understand the situation than have judgment, which is good. We were just talking about that. Okay. What else can we get here? What do I got? Just give me a second. 11%. That's 2. Could be union. Maybe you want to get back with this person. Sometimes we got to work on ourselves first, right? You already got the Devil in reverse, so that's good. Plaster, a wall or surface. So you could be doing renovations in the house. Maybe you want to get it prepared for this person coming back. Maybe you took a break. Some people mutually decide to take a break before they get back together. This could also be somebody that is overseas, somebody that you've been talking to for a long time, and you haven't actually been together, which is why you've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. You haven't actually been in the relationship yet. And it's yet to come to, and you're preparing everything. This is somebody that could have the Egyptian ties as well, or somebody that you're divinely connected with, like a mutual contract too. What else we got here? Plaster of a smooth kind used as frescoes or moldings. Stucco. Plaster of Paris, preparation used as a painting surface or for a base relief sculpture, like a gesso. Plaster used as a gesso is like a primer. Okay, used as a finishing coat on walls like grout. Decoratively patterned plaster, work on walls. I'm getting those, like this above my head, that stuff. That stuff flakes off very easy, so it could be a delicate situation. Tumor of the skin that is dark in color, malignant, melanoma, grow or spread abnormally. So this idea could be growing. I don't know if you're dealing with anything, but seek professional help if it's ailment, all right? Or maybe do a cleanse with fresh outgrowths. Hard, slow growing, malignant, tumor, various kinds. What else? Referring to a tumor that does not seriously threaten a person's health. Benign. It could just very well feel like a very tedious process, whatever this is. Or maybe it's just been growing in the back of your mind for a while. And I don't mean to project that as like tumor wise. I just mean that this could be feeling like it is like a benign tumor, something that's been staying with you for a long time. Maybe you really want this. Okay. What else we got here? Cheeks. Having rutted or hollow cheeks as through exhaustion. So you are very tired and exhausted, whatever you've been working towards, relating to the mouth or cheeks. A bukao. I want to get a little bit more on this seven of coins. We've been working hard on. What are you building? It goes over the solar plexus. Your inner child says hello. 7 of clubs in reverse. Stability, peace, sanctuary from any kind of outside forces. You're tired of fighting. You don't want to battle nothing off anymore. You want your peace. Okay? So you are like building like a Shangri-La. You're building something beautiful so that whatever it is that you want to call in will come in. Whatever is already calling you. Let's see. Got 4 runes. I know my videos are short and sweet. They don't go for 30 minutes, but hey, what can you do? Count and acceptance. So you've accepted things for the way that they are right now. They have multiple meanings. These are the Elder Firth arc. You can look them up on Google too. Mortality, pain, opening torch. Also for ulcer. So if there is certain things that you need to check on your body, make sure you do so, okay? Activity, inspiration, revelation, knowledge, and acceptance. Right, that's a letter K and C, and it's a solar plexus and sacral. Then we have Isis, a bit of a standstill, so you're just waiting for whatever this is. It could be a bit of fear, a little bit of stasis, block, challenge, patience, reflect, rest, and test. You do have this hermit energy, but whatever needed to be seen is already out, and you've also got the devil in reverse, so it doesn't seem too concerning here. All right, and that's the letter I, and it's a heart chakra, root chakra, and sacral. And then you got Hagalaz. All right, destruction, chaos, anger, disruption, air, wrath, nature, trials, tests, change, and lessons. So you're going within, you did the hermit mode, okay? You're learning what lessons you need to, so you're making way for new to come in right now. And that's sacral and crown chakra. And then we've got Aiwas, which is strength, stability, denial, defense, tree of life. There's that tree of life energy. So whatever knowledge that you're being given, use that, okay? Protect it. Trustworthiness, protection, motivation, reliability, enlightenment, transformation. Turning point. It's also letter Y and I, and it's heart chakra and root chakra. So there's your roots. All right. And you got a bit of Egyptian ties, whatever this is. Maybe this person coming in has ties with you as well. And you've definitely stepped up from one stage of your life to another. And I would say that you're confident about this. All right, Aquarius? Hopefully that helps. Remember to love you. Please do. And whatever you're building is beautiful. You're doing a great job, okay? Keep going.